G'day guys, Clarky here. Welcome back to another IGTV, YouTube, Facebook. Wherever you're watching this one, I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. Now, who is the best fullback in the world? That's what we're about to find out today. Some people say it's James Tedesco. Well, majority say it's James Tedesco. But then there's others that say, look, it's RTS. And if he played behind the same forward pack as Tedesco, then RTS would indeed be the better fullback. Now, we're comparing here the 2018 Dally M medalist and the 2019 Golden Boot winner, RTS, against the 2019 Dally M medalist. Many people who thought he should have won the Golden Boot, James Tedesco. Now, there's going to be a bit of number crunching in this one, guys, but please stay with me. I'll try to explain everything the best I can. Okay, so let's start off. Tedesco played one more game than RTS in 2019. He scored 11 more tries. He had 3 more try assists. He had 166 tackle breaks to Roger Tuivasa-Sheck's 136. He had 23 line breaks to 14 for RTS. He averaged 205 meters. RTS averaged 1 more at 206. And RTS tackled at 2% better tackle efficiency. Really no difference there. Now, Teddy wins in every single statistic there besides receipts, where RTS has almost 100 more. Now, depending on how you look at that, you can look at that, well, RTS is the more active fullback, or you can say he's had 100 more opportunities with the ball, and yet Tedesco has better stats. So it depends how you look at that. You can say Teddy has done more for less, essentially. But there's a really good reason why RTS has 100 more receipts, and as I continue this research, it'll start to paint the picture, but we're at the initial phases there. Okay. After you say those stats, though, if we go no further than that, if I just give you those stats, well, it's over. There's no argument. Tedesco's the better fullback. He has the better stats. However, as I was touching on earlier, guys, there is a general belief online that RTS would be the better fullback if he played behind the Roosters' forward pack. Now, I wanted to take a closer look at this and actually compare how both forward packs match up statistically. You can't really measure impact and how much force they hit the line at, stuff like that. We can only go off stats. So, whilst this isn't a completely accurate picture, facts are facts, stats are stats. This is the best we can get per se. Now, these are the forward packs that I'm going to compare. For the Warriors, from prop to 17 on the bench, we have Parsi, Luke, Armau, Adam Blair, Tohu Harris, Lachlan Burr, Isaiah Papali'i, Bunty Arfar, and Jazz Tavanga. And for the Roosters, I will be comparing that team against Jared Rea-Hargraves, Sam Verrills, Taki Aho, Cordner, Orbison, Radley, Liu, Crichton, and Butcher. And we're going to be looking at three categories here. We're going to be looking at average meters, getting your team on the front foot. We're going to be looking at offloads, creating second phase play. We're going to be looking at tackle breaks, creating opportunities. And then we're going to look at hit-ups. How active are the forward packs? How often were they trying to engage the line and get on the front foot there? So for the Warriors, this is how the stats evened out. They averaged 86 meters per game each. Each member of their forward pack averaged 86 meters. And hit-ups per game, 8.7 between that pack. So from every single member, 8.7 runs between them all, and 86 was the average across them all. Not really great stats. I think if you put that up against like the Melbourne Storm, etc., that would be very, very poor. Now let's look at offloads. 17.5 per game on average all season for the Warriors. 17.5. That is extremely impressive, and I wouldn't hesitate to say that is, if not number one, it's at the top. And for tackle breaks, they averaged 28.3 tackle breaks all season between their forward pack only. So, just keep in mind here, guys, the numbers there are only their forward pack. I'm not including number 14 because it's generally a utility. So we've got the forward packs there. They take 8.7 hit-ups a game. They average 86 meters between them. They offload it 17.5 times in that game. And between them all, they'll break 28.3 tackles in that game. Now let's look at the Sydney Roosters. And I'm sorry if that was a little bit confusing. Hopefully you're following along. The Roosters, between them, averaged 97 meters per game. That's 11 meters more than the Warriors. That's a tick for the Roosters. Hit-ups. They averaged 9.996 per game, almost 10. That's 1.3 more hit-ups between them per game than the Warriors. Offloads, 8.5. Now, players here like Isaac Liu had 1 offload. Mitchell Orbison had 0 offloads all year. Offloads is not a strong point for the Roosters here. So they have 8.5 offloads between their forward pack per game, compared to the Warriors, who have 9 more on 17.5. And finally, tackle breaks for the Roosters is between their forward pack per game on average over the season, 35.4. That's 7 more than the Warriors. So the Roosters here win average meters, average hit-ups, and average tackle breaks between their forward pack. However, the Warriors create 11 more offloads. Now, that, for me, directly correlates to the fact RTS had 100 more receipts. He had the ball 100 more times because over the course of a season, because per game, there was an extra 9 offloads, therefore 9 opportunities for him to get the ball from this Warriors pack. Now, I can't obviously make that link directly, but I do think that adds up to why he has the ball 100 more times. But despite this, the Roosters pack is undoubtedly better. I think when you watch the Roosters play, they're more physical. The statistics certainly back that up. And I think this was on display in full effect. What round was it? Round 22 at the SCG. The Roosters decimated New Zealand 42-6. They beat them up the middle, spread out wide, hit the edges. Tedesco, Latrell, Joey Manu and company were able to capitalise. So whilst there is evidence to suggest that switching these 2 fullbacks between teams could make a difference, certainly RTS would have more opportunities through tackle breaks, and his forward pack would lay a better platform for him. So there is evidence to say that. But then I can turn right around and say, well, hold on. If Tedesco can get those stats with only 650 receipts, what if he's getting 750? Yeah, I understand his forward pack isn't doing as much, but there is still that argument there. So there's evidence to really argue either way, guys. And no matter how much I continue to crunch the numbers, like I have in that book there, realistically, it comes back to opinion. It really does, because we will never truly know unless we actually did switch them for a season and the forward packs played the exact same, which we know is impossible. Players will have form rises, players will have form drops. That's the unpredictability of rugby league, and that's what makes the game so great. So I'm going to hand the floor over to you guys. Let me know, what did you think of this video? Did you think there was some good research involved? And what do you think? Who is the better fullback now? As it stands now, who would you sign? No other variables, 3-year deal. Do you take Tedesco or do you take RTS? And I'm also interested to hear, do you guys think changing there between the forward packs, if RTS played with the Roosters this year and Tedesco played with the Warriors, what sort of differences do you think that would make, guys? Let me know in the comment section below, and have a Ripper Monday, though. Cheers.